Well, anyway, YouTube, Mr. Man here. Yeah, and if it sounds like I got something in my mouth, I do. A cough drop. And the one big funny, oh man, now I can really taste it, feel it on my nose. It's gonna be annoying, right? Talking with something in my mouth. Who cares? I actually don't care right now because I'm not feeling great, but hey, why not? You know, can't let sickness get in the way of making videos, right? I mean, it could, but so any sniffling or sneezing or coughing or wheezing that you hear is because last night I wasn't feeling that great a couple days ago, but you know it was kind of slow, you know, my throat, and then blah blah blah, all that stuff. A couple videos back I referenced it. Yeah, reference those or whatever. Anyway, so I go to bed last night, take a bit of NyQuil, and it's like, well, this doesn't have that much of an effect on me. Wake up this morning feeling like trash, you know, not as bad as I could be, but head's kind of congested. And this is my iPod thing. That's what was in my hand case. It's awesome. Not that it matters. But, so head's all kind of congested up a little bit, eyes, you know, headache, and so it's random jolliness and stuff, but, alright, this cough drop's supposed to be some menthol, eucalyptus flavored something, and everything all the medicine we got at our house is pretty much expired, which is hilarious, because, you know, let's see, we have some I had like 4 bottles of stuff out. You know, I had NyQuil and then 3 different types of Tylenol. Pretty, doing it the classic way. NyQuil, then we had Tylenol, like Rapid Blast, whatever. Tylenol Cold and Flu, and Tylenol Sore Throat. So, like, do you honestly need all that stuff? And more than half of those were expired. I think Tylenol, no, the, what was it? The, I can't pick, oh, NyQuil. See, my head's all clogged right now, but yeah, the NyQuil expired like 10 years ago. No, not 10 years ago, sorry. 2010, 3 years augh. These the cough drops I got right now, I don't even know when they expired, but I know we had them back at our old house, which I think we moved in, was it 2009, like near the end of it? I can't remember. But anyway, I guess it's a stopwatch. Let's see if Siri can do it for us. Start a stopwatch.
I can't help you with the stopwatch.
I'll be quiet. You can't? Okay, well, open the clock app. There we are, starting. Siri's too dumb to start a stopwatch. Oh well. Fine by me. But, anyway, just so I know how long I've been talking, 10 seconds already. Haven't even said a word. So, what we're going to talk about today is something I just finished, and I've praised this, and now I'm a little, like, sorry. Not a little sorry, but Far Cry 2, old game, alright, I say old game, but 2008, let's say. That's what it says in the back of the box. I'm not going to look at the date on it. I could go online and look it up, but I'm too lazy right now. Watch. In 5 minutes I'll be online looking it up, and it's like, huh! So, well, anyway, Far Cry 2. What is it? It is a first-person shooter. Is it a good game? Yes, it is. Is it a, like, alright, let's go back. It's not a it's a good shooter. It's not a glorified, blow everything up that you can possibly lay your hands on shooter, which is what's kind of nice about it, where, as in Call of Duty games, if you can look at it, it will explode. In Far Cry 2, the explosions are very rare. So some people might find it a little more boring. I actually found it more of an immersive type game because the way it was designed, and the basic premise here, you get to choose your character to beat him, which absolutely does like nothing for the game. So, you know, it's just choose your character. Wow, this gives me a choice. You know, choice, a new healthcare plan or whatever. But so like you're a mercenary sent to Africa to kill the Jackal, which is an arms dealer, you know, an arms dealer, and Africa arming 2 sides, and the whole war's gonna break out or whatever, blah blah blah. You know. Not anything too exciting, but what is nice about the game, what I found is, you're in Africa and it's like an open world game where you kind of get to choose what you want to do, where you want to do it, how you want to. If there's an outpost, you don't have to attack it straight on, you can go around the side, sneak in, and it used a day and night system, so, you know, it's day sometimes or night, and you know, depending on like what time of day it is, stuff kind of reacts differently. There can be storms, you know, and all that sort of stuff. It was kind of I keep looking at the game. Let me just put it over here so I don't look at it anymore. I keep thinking I gotta look at the game if I'm talking about it, or else, you know, it doesn't make sense, but why? I mean... So anyway, use your day and night system, and what's really fun about it, like I said, it's an open world game. There's like pretty much 2 large maps. You start in one, and once you finish a bunch of stuff there, the game, it has kind of set points. You know, it is open world. It technically, like, you get a free choice to do whatever you want, and it, yeah, but you still get to the ending. Even at the end, or you get to choose 2 different endings, and that's the one problem I have with the game is the ending. But we'll get to that in a second. But it's like, oh, you get to choose 2 different endings, but you kind of get to the same point one way or another, okay? It's just kind of... It's a fact that, like, games have to have an ending. It can't just be, you know... And unless you really... Why don't I just lock this? Assistive touch, help me lock the screen. That's actually not going to help at all, because now I can't see it. I wonder if I... Oh, man. This is more annoying. You know what? Stop that. Reset. You know what? I'm sick and tired of that. Oh no, quiet Siri. Let's forget this. I'll just set my watch. It's sitting here. I figured I'd be high tech. All this high tech nonsense is like, if you're asking me why I'm not wearing a watch if I have on long sleeves, I normally don't wear a watch. Just deal with it. But all this high tech nonsense, it's like, I find it more annoying than not. You know, I bought something yesterday, which is kind of cool. It has to do with CDs, alright? We'll talk about it when it gets here, but more like it's. But the problem I have with the stuff, oh, you order it from Amazon, you get a free audio rip of the stuff. Yeah, but it took until, like, I ordered it last night, it took till this morning for me to get it, you know, to download. And that's not a problem, because, you know, it wasn't like, I gotta listen to it right now, but still it's kind of like, well, you know, this technology, you'll store all your stuff in the cloud. Forget the cloud. What happens when your cloud bursts and it falls to the ground and crashes and burns in a spectacular array of rainbows and lights and unicorns, and you lose all your music? That's kind of the problem I have, you know. If, look it, I bought a 32, read it, 32 gigabyte SanDisk Cruiser, which is more addicting than other stuff I bought. I got this little buy it braid, and can't figure it the heck out StarCraft. So, and what else did I get with that? I don't even remember. Oh well. I bought something else. There was like 4 things. Oh, look at the ring, right. Haha. But, so I would rather have a hard copy. Sure. I got the stuff on my computer. That's technically a hard copy, I guess. But, and my computer backs up to a server. You know, the way our stuff's set up here, it's ridiculous. But not ridiculous, but I mean it's cool. But I would much rather have it on a second source. You know, alright, I got it on my computer. My computer crashes. Oh, I got to back up on the server. The server and my computer crash. I have a hard copy on my thumb drive, and I got multiple thumb drives. That's just the one I bought to store all my YouTube videos. Because plus, freeing up room on my computer would help because I got like a couple gigabytes now. And if I'm going to keep doing this and annoying you, you know, I want to have my stuff backed up in case my YouTube account crashes or YouTube crashes, and then I would upload a bunch of old videos saying, hello YouTube, Mr. Man here. If it uploads to what in the heck you playing on video.com or whatever. I don't even know if that's a real website, if it is. But I was saying something about the music. What was I saying? Oh, but anyway, yeah, as you can tell, listen, see, my Inception soundtrack is still shrink wrapped, and I'm listening to it actually because I got it on my iPod, and the let me just prove it to you. Not that I got to. I feel like this better not start playing any music because it's going to copyright infringement. Oh, no, see, that picture can't be copyright infringement, can it be? I don't know. So it's like I got it on all my stuff, my Biggamabobby, but I haven't on shrink wrap this just because, you know, Amazon gave me the free audio rip version. But some of the stuff that I bought from Amazon, some of the music, didn't come with a free audio swap. I keep saying audio swap. It's audio rip. Audio rip. It's like ripping off the CD. It didn't come with the free version of that, so, you know, when the stuff comes, if I want it digitally, I have to take it off the CD, but, you know, that's no problem. Windows Movie Player will do that. But, I keep saying I gotta stop doing that. But anyway, so that's kind of some cool stuff there that I'm getting, you know. if you're interested, you're interested. And most of my stuff I bought, it's not mainstream really. So, you know, oh man, now his cough drops are getting like sharp edges. Hey, God. Oh man, every time I'm moving around my mouth, I can feel it in my head. Let's go to the other side. Get, you know, cavities on that side of my mouth. No, there we are. Anyway, we were talking about this. So, we got quite a bit of stuff here. We got blood. That's always good. Drug reference, which is better. Intense violence. Like, there's a one thing too. It was like games. I don't think there was, I was looking on ESRB, and I don't think there's any game lower than M with intense violence. And the reason why I say lower than M is because, oh, I thought M was the highest. Well, for all of you dumb little people that don't know anything about game ratings, yes, there is a higher game rating than M. It's called AO. M is 17 plus. AO is 18 plus, I guess. So it's like, well, you got a 1 year difference. Just forget about that. But, you know, excuse me. I think only like one or a couple games have been rated A. I mean, games, you know, that are real games, not just program games, I guess. You know, it's weird, but most of the time they're just rated M. The one game, was it Manhunt or Manhunt 2? I was really had to like butcher the game to bring it down from an AO rating to bring it to M. So, you know, that's kind of interesting. Because it was so bad. It's so like they had to butcher the game to get it to just an M rating. So, you know, there's some games like Call of Duty doesn't even bother trying to bring their ratings down. Now, I guess I can kind of see where, you know, well, why bother? Because, you know, teenage kids are still going to somehow get their hands on it. Well, yeah, but, I mean, I don't know, I don't know, I don't mind really playing them, you know, obviously. I mean, I don't really have a problem. Buy it along with this. I will hammer it into you until the end of time or the end of my YouTube channel, but, you know, you're just going to be hounded by it. So just give in and do it. Like, just give in and listen to all of these modern day singers and stuff. I found, this is supposed to be on Far Cry 2, but, you know, I forget about Far Cry, you know, we'll get back to that. But I found a CD, I always say soundtrack, but music CD, and the songs on it, well, 2 actually, I pretty much fell in love with as soon as I heard the stuff, and it's like, I'm buying it, you know. And then I learned, oh, well, the one, an instrumental version of it was used on like a trailer for the new Wizard of Oz coming out, and I was like, why do you have to go destroying this? It's like, you know, it's like, it's our little secret. We people know about it. We like it. Don't give it to mainstream people to destroy, you know. It's ridiculous, but anyway, Far Cry 2. Like I was saying with the ending of it, I won't spoil anything, but probably one of the lamest endings in any game, like game history. I know there's worse ones out there, but out of the games I played, there might be 1 or 2, what do you call it, endings that are worse, but I can't think of any right now. Worse, I mean bad ending. Now, that doesn't make it a bad game, because even though I don't like the ending, you would have to be up there on one of my top first-person shooters. Now, if that makes sense, you know, how can a game end bad and be your favorite game? Well, the content and what it gives you, it makes up for that ending, that lame ending. So, the ending just doesn't make sense, and that's the thing too. Inception, if you can even see this, the private light's glaring off, and I'll just shove it right in the camera. You know, like, I don't know if you can see this, you know, like every YouTube reviewer does, but Inception was kind of confusing, but if, you know, you can kind of follow it. Then the third birthday, you can kind of follow that, you know. I'm just using my flip chip games and movies and stuff. Third birthday, you can kind of follow that to the end. You don't exactly know everything that happened, but you can kind of follow what happened. Ergo Proxy gets a little more like, sure, but it's okay. Far Cry 2 is probably the most complicated out of them all. And it's like, well, but how? That's just a standard conflict. Yeah. But by the end of it, it's like everybody is hiring you to kill everybody else. And they're taking over this side. That side's over there. All the names are weird. And it's like, I don't have a clue. And my problem was, I had subtitles on for like the first half of the game. So when I'm playing the game, I'll look at my computer just for the sake of continuity. I'm looking down at the subtitles. Well, who cares? Looking down at the subtitles. And I'm not looking at the character's face, you know, And that kind of, I think that might have hindered me a little bit, where I wasn't looking at who was talking. I was hearing the voice, reading the stuff. Because, you know, when you have subtitles, you tend to read them. You know, it's a fact of life. So finally, partway through the game, I was like, you know, forget this. I turned the subtitles off, and I was more lost, you know, but it doesn't matter. Still, it's a good game to play. Let me chew a cough drop. These are gummy. I don't even know if these are safe for me. Oh, I forgot. Why not? I can really taste them in full. Great. That's probably one of my confusing games. I should just make a list of my most confusing stuff. You know? But, StarCraft is confusing too, but I haven't won that. Confusing, I guess, in a way that I don't know how to play it. I'm just bad at strategy, you know. Shooters are my thing. Which I guess isn't bad, you know. Everybody has to, you know, have their own type of game that they like playing, but, you know, I don't know, I guess I'm just falling into the whole... But anyway, like I was saying, where in the game, not everything blows up on you, okay? That's the one thing, too. It's like, in Call of Duty, it's like, oh, you can look at that, and that orange, like, that stand with a bunch of oranges is going to blow up, and stuff's going to explode, and it's like, well, yeah, can't we have a game like Far Cry 2? Something that would hinder a lot of people in there is there's a lot of in-between time where you're walking from point to point, because you get, what was it, like a 5, well, I forget the mile-wise. It said explore over 50 kilometers, I don't know, of seamlessly rendered African landscape. Now I can believe that, because like you get the 2 giant maps, you play to one map, go around, do whatever you want, like I said this, and you go on to a second map, and you go around and pretty much finish the game in there. And each of those areas in their own respect, they're giant, and like you got a ton of, like, your guy uses a map in there. It's not a map like, you know, a pop-up map. It's like a physical map he's holding on to. Sure, it has little stuff and, you know, arrows, but I mean, that was a criticism of the game, but it's like, who cares, you know, gotta have an updating map somehow. But because they were like, oh, this paper map's self-updating. Yeah, but at least it isn't like a, you know, push tab and you get like a map on your screen. It's like he's holding the map and you can't have a weapon at the time. And the game's really immersive too, which is one thing. And you catch malaria, okay? Just spoil that for you. It's like, do I need to feel any worse than I do? I'm sick. Oh, I will play a game that you get sick in it. Wow, this is great. I mean, how much worse can you make me feel? But it really adds to the, you know, the immersion, I guess, of it. And it has my new favorite, I guess if you can call it favorite, my new favorite terrifying sound. When enemies try to ram me with the cars, whoa, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but if you played Far Cry 2, and when enemies try to ram me with those cars in there, or drive into you, don't tell me you're not terrified. That is one of the most terrifying sounds I have ever heard in a game. I mean, I haven't played much horror games, so I can't speak on that. Oh, well, The Bird Birthday is not a horror game. But Scooby-Doo, that's a horror game. Scooby-Doo something mansion, I don't know, I had one for the Game Boy Advance, my brother just played through it again. And he started like a couple days ago, and he was like, oh, I want it. It's like, you want it that quick? Because I remember when I was a kid, it took me like 8 years to win. No, like it took me forever to win it. That's funny. I'm replaying games, you know, like even Superstar Saga. You know, that was a long game, but I was able to get through it pretty quick. It seems like a lot of games that you play when you're young, you play them now, and it's like, well, they're not that hard, and, you know, they're a piece of cake, but at the time, they were hard, you know. And if you're playing the games that you play nowadays, you know, you think they were hard back then. But anyway, I don't even know what I was saying, but that doesn't matter, because with Mr. O'Man, you don't have to know what you're saying to know what he is saying. I don't even know what that means. But iPod. But anyway, my recommendation would be go out and play Far Cry 2. Now, I can't speak really to the graphic-wise of the game. You know, gameplay-wise, it's good. Story-wise, it's confusing. You know, and what did I say? Gameplay-wise, it's good. Story-wise, it's confusing. And graphic-wise, I can't speak to that because my computer can barely handle StarCraft. So, or like the putt-putt games, if you know those. Putt-putt and Pajama Sam's, all I used to play. I mean, when I was little. Or Lego Racers, that was fun. Alright, yeah, you want to update your iPod? No, I don't. Oh, I do want to update it, but I just don't have time. Listen, okay, how crazy are you when you have like 3 games for your iPod Touch that you haven't even opened up yet? That's me. I keep downloading all these games. It's like, I don't have time, you know, because I'm just sitting at home doing nothing. And playing Dead Trigger. Alright, here's the thing. Let me give you a hint. Playing Dead Trigger when you're listening to the Archangel soundtrack makes you feel guilty. Because it's almost like, why am I putting such... You know, Archangel. I mean, 2 steps from H-E-L-L, which I... Alright, 2 steps from hell. Alright, I normally don't... That's technically not even swearing. I normally just don't swear. That makes sense. I got a really weird set of morals in my head, okay? Deal with it! But when you're playing Archangel and you know listening to it and you're playing Dead Trigger, it makes you feel guilty. Like, why am I putting such great music to a portable game? You know, a casual game. This should be going to like the most hardcore game like ever. You know, or you shouldn't even be playing a game. You should just be using your mind to visualize stuff. The one thing, we'll get it out when it comes, okay? You know, why spoil everything? Anyway, whatever. Alright, let's see. What am I gonna do? I got YouTube on here. I can watch myself on my iPod. That's always fun to do. You know. Stocks. Alright, let's see how the stocks are doing. Wow, I don't have a clue. Can you understand that? Oh, actually they said that the stock market was doing really good. All these things are up. The Dow Joe is up by 125 points, 125.95. Nasdaq's up. Looks like Yahoo's up. I don't have a clue what half the stuff is, but that doesn't matter. Oh, look, actually, wait. I might not be an economist, but I know what that means. I know that means stuff's going up. Okay, if it was going the other way, it's going down. I just know. I'm not that dumb. Oh, cool. Nah, I don't have a clue what that means. See, I know that ain't good. That drop right there. Oh wait, what did I push? I clicked something. Oh, finance, cool. I get free stuff. Wow. Yeah, they'll sign me up for that. All right, let's see. What can we get Siri to do? What do you want to do, Siri? Oh, thank you for telling my name on YouTube. Wow, you just completely ruined my life. Someone's going to hunt me down and kill me. That's hilarious. But, oh, yeah, right, Siri's not an app. So if someone wants to hunt me down and kill me from just that little bit of information, I didn't say anything. Just, come on. I'm going to go ape crazy on everybody. That'd be the least. You know, honestly, my defensive tools, that ain't it. And no, a gun wouldn't be my primary defensive tool. My primary defensive tool would be the Kimber Pepper Blaster 2. That's what I carry with me, so someone get a blast of pepper in their face. Just do a review on that. Look it up on YouTube. Minus some self-mods to it. I haven't done a review on it, but self-mods, meaning cutting out the safety, because safeties on stuff are ridiculous. You know, my Soggy just love the knife, except I hate the safety on it. You know, that's a problem. But safeties should go on all sort of projectile weapons, like guns, pepper spray, and it should go away from knives, unless it's an automatic. I can kind of see the idea for a safety on an automatic. But most knives, I mean, a spring-assisted knife holds itself closed. More, you know, pretty much the way spring-assisted are designed. This, well, it has a detent, and it still holds itself closed, you know, pretty well. Watch. Come on. Well, it snaps closed, okay? Holds itself closed. But the Aegis, which I don't have around me right now, it's upstairs. I'm in the dungeon down here. Probably not good for, you know, my sickness, being cold. It freezes down here all the time. But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. That, the safety on the thingamabob, yeah, the thingamabob, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. The safety on the Aegis, it's almost like, well, it holds itself closed. I mean, that thing's, when you close it, if your fingers were in the way, you would cut your finger off, you know. It's just, it snaps shut. So it's like, even though it's spring assisted, that's not going to pop open. I always keep the safety off, but I almost don't like that, you know, the idea, because if I had to pull a knife out quick, alright, let's not use, pull it out for defense. No, let's not use it for defense, okay? When I say you need to pull a knife out quick, it's like, you know, pull it out and open it up. And I'm not, my dexterity's off today, but that's an excuse. I'm saying my dexterity's off as an excuse because I'm just slow pulling knives out. But since I'm sick, I get excused. You better excuse me. Oh, whatever I was saying. Right. I was saying with the dexterity of the knives, pulling them out. Oh, pulling them out quick. Let's say if you needed to pull out a knife to cut someone's seatbelt off, or someone gets hung up by like their hood on their coat or whatever, and they're choking. You gotta cut their hood off like an epic boss would, I guess. While your Dragon Rider playing in the background, or whatever. Just look it up. 2 steps. I'm gonna use 2 steps as an abbreviation for 2 steps from hell. If you listen to me say that, it's 2 steps. 2 steps, 1 away from the door. Oh wait, I don't want to start with that guy. Oh, I was watching some comedian, and he was doing something like that. Like me, I don't even know. The guy's kind of funny, but it's not exactly my type of humor, if that makes sense. Some guys just are. But so if you gotta pull it out, quick like that to save someone, or like cut something really quick, not necessarily for defense, because a knife as a defensive tool wouldn't exactly be the best option, because it just seems like, first of all, if you're going to use a knife for defense, use a fixed blade, okay? I mean, because if you had to get into a situation where, that's why I think, that's why the police would carry Glocks, because when they got to pull out their gun, they don't want to be dealing with, oh, let me get the safety off. Oh, click. Oh, the safety was on. Ha! You're dead. You got to make sure that you grab it. If you have the dexterity even just to grab the gun and pull it out in the heat of the situation, you don't want to have to worry about a safety. You just want to be able to pull a trigger and it go off. You don't. The farthest thing from your mind is going to be, oh, the safety's on. So that's the problem I have with a lot of safeties on stuff. Sure, oh, it makes it safe. It sounds good, but in reality, it isn't. It's like a folding knife. I think the best sort of opening system for a knife, I want a spider hole opening. Actually, no. I was gonna say I want a knife, with the spider hole or an opening hole like that, spring assisted. But actually, I don't, because spring assisted do have the option for, they have a higher chance of failure because they got that extra spring in there. Almost like automatics. But it's almost like that. The spider hole is a lot better to find than trying to find that bum stud when you're in the heat of the moment. Whatever that may be. You're an EMS guy and you got to pull out your knife really quick. You don't want to be fumbling around with your knife, okay? It's just that simple. Let's say you are a police officer, you get a guy on top of you, he got some knife to your throat, your gun is somewhere else, and then you try to reach for your knife, and it's like, oh, I can't find my, what do you call it? I can't find a bump stud on my knife. Oh, guess what? He just put his knife through my throat. It's like, you don't want that to happen. You want to be able to, you want that officer to be able to grab their knife, find it, and open up really quick. That's why, it's almost like you should carry a small fixed blade as a backup, or something really easy to open up, like a spider cone knife, where you can just find that the opening hole and open it up. Really solid sort of feel. And I don't know how we got all this stuff in knife ethics. It's supposed to be talking about Far Cry 2, but it's almost like if I was in the military or police officer. Well, military I'd probably carry a fixed blade, like a giant fixed blade. As a police officer, I don't know what I'd carry, because you obviously wouldn't really be carrying around a giant, what would that be? I mean, sure, you shouldn't get in a situation where the guy's on top of you, but in case that does happen, I don't know what I'd carry. I would say an automatic, but those are more prone to failure. A Halo 5, I think, would be the perfect sort of defensive knife in a situation like that, because you just got to find that button and push, and it's out the front. But it's a single action, so there's not as much stuff to go wrong. But still, you might have issues. Maybe something like the Spyderco Civilian, or a Spyderco Military would probably be good. But the civilian, is the civilian lockback? I don't know, but that looks nasty, Some knives are designed for defense, some knives are designed for utility. Some knives are designed as a mix between. Me, I really don't care. But as soon as I get the chance, I'm probably going to buy a CRKT Persian. If anybody hasn't seen that knife, go look it up, fall in love with it, and pre-order it as soon as you can. Just leave one for me to pre-order, because I'm looking, there's the website I'm going to buy it from, and it's like, oh, it's sold out, we're going to get it, it's coming soon. It's like, get it soon, I want it, It's only about 40 bucks, it's a tiny little knife, but I just fell in love with it. I flipped through the page, saw it, and I want it. Is that agreed? Yeah, whatever. Mail. Man, you got mail, you got an update. I don't want to update my stuff. Anyway, I gotta get some sleep tonight, because today's Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I have to get up at 4 o'clock to go into work at 6, because I need 2 hours to wake up. Tomorrow's 6 to 2. I mean, I can't complain because I got a job I'm working, but last week, I'm covering a shift for someone. It was like, oh, can you work, past the time you're supposed to? And I was like, yeah, I mean, because I wasn't feeling that great that day, but it's like, yeah, sure, I'll probably be better by that time. And now I'm feeling worse than I was around that time. So I was like, man, why do I agree to this stuff? But hey, at least I'm working, But, so all the days until Saturday, I might have to go on Sunday for an interview for a higher position in my job. It's like just a glorified position of what I am, but, why not? I make like 25 cents extra. I'm supposed to. Hey, every little bit of money helps, especially when I spent $100 on Amazon. See? Jackpot. The people at Best Buy are going to think I'm nuts just because, it's like, oh, this guy's been in here, like, I don't know, I bought $200 from Amazon. So, I mean, $200 in gift cards. Yeah, whatever.